Hey guys, Amanda here. Just wanted to give you guys just a couple stretches to show you because I have some lower back tightness, and oftentimes lower back tightness is not actually caused by spasm in the lower back, but it's actually caused by pain in the hip and tight hips. And so because of that, I'm going to show you just a couple stretches for you to work on to start to begin to open and cause those hips to be more flexible. So maybe you'll have some less pain in the lower back. So the first stretch I'm going to show you is it's actually a double hip stretch, and I'm going to show it to you like this first, but I'm going to bend to the side here in just a minute. But I'm crisscross applesauce, so you can see I'm basically sitting with my right leg crossed over my left, okay? And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to walk my hands out like this, and I'm going to lay as flat as I can. And again, the best thing to do is to fold from the waist. You don't want to hunch like this. You want to fold from the waist and go as much flat down, and then you can just relax into it. So I feel this in both hips, but I feel it in my right hip more because my right hip is crossed over top of my left. So now I'm going to walk back up, and I know that seems like it shouldn't be that tight, but you'll be surprised at how tight that hip joint is probably. And I'm going to switch the other leg, so now the left leg is on top because you don't stretch them evenly. The leg that's on top gets a deeper stretch. So now my left is over top of my right. I'm going to walk out with as flat of a back as I can. Then when I can walk no further because I'm stretched as far as I can, I'm going to relax and round just a little bit. And I'm going to stay here for 20 to 30 seconds on each side. So this is a double hip stretch, okay? A single hip stretch that's going to get you in almost the same spot but just a little bit different is called pigeon. And pigeon is actually one of my favorites. So you're going to start in plank, bring the right leg forward, and drop it down. Now you may find that you can't get your leg out as parallel as mine is. So if when you do this, if all you can do is get this leg back underneath your hip or underneath your pelvis, that's okay. That's just where you are. That just means you have some flexibility work that you need to do, and that's okay. So don't overstretch yourself or make it painful. Go to where you need to go to make this stretch effective for you. Most important thing though is that the hips are closed to the ground and not open to the side, okay? So closed, and then what you're going to do again is flat back down, belly button squeezed in and up, and when you can't go down any further, you can relax. Now if you can go all the way out, by all means feel free to take your arms all the way out and lay on the ground. Okay, 20 to 30 seconds on that side, then you'll take that right leg back, switch, bring the left leg in. Again, hips are closed to the floor, flat back down, and if you can go all the way out, please feel free to do so. 20 to 30 seconds on this side. So you have the double hip stretch and then pigeon. Now what I'm going to show you is a hip flexor stretch. So I'm going to come back just a little bit. Right knee is going to stay on the floor. Left foot is going to come forward. All I'm going to do is press my hip forward. You see that back knee is no longer at a 90. I'm pressing forward so that I get a stretch down my hip flexor. You can either keep your hands here on your knee, or if you want a little bit more, lift the hands up to the sky. That's where I feel it the most. I need the hands up. Okay, 20 to 30 seconds there, then switch legs. Left knee is back, right foot is forward. Press forward into that hip flexor and lift up out of the belly. Now, you can take this one a little bit further. Somebody showed me this is called a couch stretch. It's no joke. But you would take the knee all the way back up against a wall. In this case, I'm using a couch. And then take the right foot forward and press forward. Whoa, this one is much more intense than the one that I just showed you. So if that hip flexor stretch isn't doing much for you anymore, this is a great place to go up to get a little bit more flexibility. You're going to get it down through the front of the quad too, okay? So then we'll come down out of it, and you'll switch legs. Take that left leg forward, take the right knee back, press forward. And again, if you feel like you need to, you can lift the hands up, but I don't need that much extra here. This is actually a great stretch for me, all the way down into the quad. 20 to 30 seconds both sides, okay? So we did double hip stretch, we did pigeon, we just did the hip flexor and the couch stretch. The last one I'm going to show you is really, really simple. You're going to cross the right leg over the left, grab the heels, and pull towards you. Now this might look kind of funny, so I'm going to roll around the other way whenever I switch legs, so you can see what it looks like from the back. Okay, so this time I'm going to take my left leg over my right, grab both heels, pull them in towards me, and I'm getting a pretty intense stretch on my outer hip. and 20 to 30 seconds both sides, and you're all set. I hope those stretches help you with your opening up your hips, giving yourself a little bit more flexibility there. And in doing that, you may find that you even relieve some of your lower back issues as well. So give those 20 to 30 seconds, each exercise, each side, at least 3 times a week. If you can do more, you may end up feeling a release in that lower back as much as possible. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that helps you.